Yo, what up, guys? Let's check the miles. 47, 44. Is this a should we wait to do a 5,000 review, or should we do it right now? No, let's do it right now. How about that? For y'all that haven't seen any of my Honda Grom reviews, this is 5,000 miles, so we're kind of like, oh, I'm Walker Walk on Wheels. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't ever been here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you do like the video, because we're almost 3,000. We're almost 3,000. When we get to 3,000, we're gonna do a full face reveal for you guys, and then we're gonna start doing different content, so that's gonna be super dope. Just smash it. Come on, baby. But today, we might as well do the 5,000 mile. We're just shy, but you know, what can I say? By the end of the week, it'll be up there pretty far. Closer, I guess, is what I'm saying. So overall, man, I don't have any complaints with the Honda Grom. If there has been anything that's seriously been damaged on the Grom, it is because of my own doing, if that makes sense. I've never had anything break so far. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, or hasn't happened for anybody. Dude, what was that? That kid just yell at me, or am I tweaking? Or did that kid yell at me and I'm tweaking? Yep, and me. So, good things about the Honda Grom. And I know this is gonna get pretty repetitive for y'all that have watched the videos where I go over things I like and things I hate about the Grom, but we got to do it. You know, there's people that want to know. We're documenting how long, you know, the longevity of the Grom, because we're pushing 5,000 miles, so you know, that's not a small amount of miles, I don't feel like. And this thing is a tank. Not gonna lie, this thing is an absolute tank. I've had no problems whatsoever. When it comes to mechanical things, I've had nothing wrong with this Grom. 5,000 miles, nothing. I've had a few noises, but you know, I've done things to this Grom, so those noises might be due to, like, the intake rubs. It rubs on a piece of metal, so I think one of the noises I was worried about was that, but I'm not completely sure, you know. So that could be anything. So I'm not going to count that. I'm not going to count that. Things I love about the Grom, for, well, I would say out the door it was $5 or something, 44 or something. Pushing 5 grand out the door, everything. And then I spent, actually, we won't even get into mods. Stock, that's stock. Just right out the door, riding the next day, 5 grand is what we'll say. For $5,000, honestly, this bike is insane. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can go 55 miles per hour easily, which I know you're not gonna be able to keep up with highways, but for commuting and everything, the bike it's the best you can get, honestly. Like gas mileage, I know something's going on. My gas mileage dropped like really, really bad, which I think I need a little tune up, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, the gas mileage, I was getting like 100 per gallon, 100 miles per gallon, which is insane. So in that aspect, the Honda Grom is crazy, absolutely insane, if that's what you're buying it for. I've had let's see, I've never had any problems with the forks, and I'm a big dude, so I know these forks are taking a beat, and I can see where they've almost bottomed out multiple times, and I haven't had anything with the fork seals or anything like that, which I've heard a lot. If you do a lot of wheelies, it can mess with it, which I've done a fair amount of slamming this bike down, you know, after a wheelie, because I suck at wheelies, so I'm not, you know, I'm not good at wheelies. Look at these identical trucks. That's crazy. We in a simulation, bro. So everything's holding up good. The chain, I've adjusted it like, I would say 3 times probably, the whole in 5,000 miles. Hold on. But yeah, 3 times in 5,000 miles, which is to be expected, you know. Never had anything wrong with it. I haven't lubed the chain much at all. I mean, I never really looked to see how much, but I just kind of did it as I go. I've done it like twice. So for maintenance, this thing is like so cheap. I haven't done a oil change in like 1,500 miles or something to that effect. But I did for a while when I first got the bike. I was really babying it just to make sure. And up to like 3,000 miles, I was doing like every 700 miles or something. Obviously, I did it. I did the really short ones when I first got the bike for the break-in and stuff. But other than that, the bike is insanely like cheap to deal with. The air filter, or not the oil filter. Well, I don't have an air filter anymore, but the oil filter is, I want to say like less than $10, bro. It's like $5 or something. It's really cheap, and it takes 1 quart of oil, not even 1 quart of oil. So, and they're cheap. So I got like, yeah. I'm gonna just say that I don't remember the exact prices because I might sound dumb, but I'm gonna just say I went in there, asked for 3 oil changes worth of stuff, and I walked out of there with like less than what I thought 1 oil change would cost, which is insane. And the Grom's like that about everything. You break something, it's that cheap. That's one of the best things about the Grom. So I've had nothing wrong with that. I've always thought about the blinkers and stuff going out and stuff, like it just being made cheap, you know, because this is a cheaper bike. It is a really Chinese, like, cheaper bike. And I've had no problems whatsoever. I haven't even had to do anything with my brake fluid or nothing. I mean, it's going solid. Everything is, other than things affected by me ending up on my head due to my own bad decision making, I've had no problems, man. I've had nothing. I've laid it over, not laid it over, but I've looped it, and it held up very, very well. The frame didn't bend or anything. I've seen motorcycles where like the back frame was a little wonky, and you can tell something strange happened to it. I haven't had anything with that. I've laid it down twice now, and not like slightly either. I got folded by the Grom, so it's held up great. The forks and the triple and everything, you know, it's not bad. For as cheap as the bike is, you think it would be like a box of glass brittle. When it comes to customization, I don't have any complaints with that either, man. The Honda Grom is endless. Anything you can do to a big bike, you can do to the Honda Grom. Anything you can think of, you know, there's always a solution. Everybody's always got a solution already for something you're going to do with the Honda Grom. Say like here, I'll give you an example. I took the air filter out, right, because I did an intake, the Chimera intake, and there's just a big gap there, right? You take the air filter completely out and put that intake in. So you know, for a while I made a video and I was like, a lot of people don't know that you're missing this part, and somebody told me in my comments, they were like, dude, just buy the bar that goes in there. I go on Steady Garage and I'm looking and I'm like, well, that's crazy. There's literally a solution for that. They made it for that, which I didn't know. But there's just so many, like, anything you could think of mod wise for the Honda Grom, somebody's already done it. So that's like, if you look at a Z125 or something, another smaller or a same weight class motorcycle like the Z125 is it's not as moddable, right? So people like to focus on the Grom, which is a good thing for people who own Groms. I wouldn't get a Z125. I wouldn't. I mean, unless you really like Kawasaki styling, that would be a reason to buy it, but it's not winning me over for the whole, just because there's a lack of mods on it out there. So the Honda Grom is definitely a winner in that category without a doubt. If you're looking at, I'm just saying that in case you're looking at multiple options for your first motorcycle. And that's another thing. When it comes to first motorcycles, I don't think it gets better than the Honda Grom either. I've said this a million times and I'll say it a million more times. It's perfect. When it comes to learning maintenance, it's especially learning maintenance, because if a lot of people have never had a motorcycle or never had a four-wheeler or dirt bike or anything like that when they were younger, they're not, I mean, the maintenance is not going to be one of those things you can just figure out by yourself, because a lot of the maintenance stuff, like oil changes and adjusting the valves and stuff, you know, I can piece together in my head. And I'm like, oh, well, this makes sense. Let me do that, you know. If you don't have that prior knowledge, the Grom is still very, very easy to maintain. And if you're going to learn to maintain bigger bikes, if you're going to upgrade, this is where you need to start. Not only is it like really, really good to learn on, but it's really, really good to learn how to take care of it too, which a lot of people might not. I feel like a lot of people don't think about that when they buy a motorcycle. They don't know how to maintain it. They have to take it to a dealership, you know, to get everything adjusted. They don't learn themselves. If you buy a smaller bike like this, single cylinder, and you know, it's just really, it's as bare bones simple as it gets when it comes to a motorcycle. You get to learn the whole, like, getting a tune, you know, it's fuel injected, so it's very similar to bigger bikes. It's very, I'm gonna stop yapping about that. We got to move on. Things I don't like about the Honda Grom. I need to find a place to stop eventually. Not right now, but eventually. Things I don't like about the Honda Grom: it's slow. You know, it's a Honda Grom. It's slow. If somebody tells you that their Honda Grom is fast, they might say, oh, I go 70, 80. Yeah, you can go 80. If you're going downhill with the wind to your back and you're tucked completely, looking like a rocket, you know, you might get 70 or 80. I think I have a top speed run on YouTube, which you can look that up in my YouTube. It was a while ago, but I have it there if you want to see my top speed, which, I mean, bro, it's just slow. It's slow moving. It's torquey enough if you want to stun it. If you're wanting to stunt the Honda Groms, without a doubt, the way you want to go, for sure. Unless you're gonna upgrade to something big. If you're already experienced, then I would get like a. I know a lot of people stunt the ZX6. The R7 is really popular. If that's the way that you're gonna go, which I don't have much experience with that, so you're looking at the wrong channel for that. I'm sure there's a lot of very experienced people with better opinions on the matter. Another thing I don't like is the rear sets on this bike are like, it's like cast aluminum or something. I don't even know what it is. I think it's aluminum. But holy moly, bro, it is so ugly. The silver, and I'll stop somewhere and I'll show you. The silver on these bikes is so ugly. And like, I wear boots, right, to work, and I commute a lot, so I have grease on my boots. And when I rub my boot, like the sole of my boot against that rear set, it just stains it. It's not great, to be honest with you. I honestly don't like it at all. I'm thinking about getting them, I guess powder coated would be the best thing for me to do. Black would be good. I hope to get a bigger bike. That's my hope. And I'll tell you why. I already told you why. It's slow. I want speed, which not everybody wants speed. Not everybody wants speed. I want speed. That's what I want. The other reason I want to stop up here somewhere is because I want to show you the tires too. These tires are rock solid. Like, they really suck for grip. Like the stock tires you get. This is a 2024. The grip is awful. You can feel it just wonky when you're really pushing through the turns. So, but that does have an upside. These tires have lasted 5,000 miles with like no. I mean, the front tire is completely good. Completely good. The back tire, no, it's not good. It's in shambles. It's like I don't have any tread. On the sides I do, but I don't lean that much, to be honest with you. I mean, for what I do, I ride a lot to work, so it's not like I'm a speed racer, you feel me? But I do want a bigger bike. I want a bigger bike because I've never had a 4-cylinder, and I've always been like a real fanboy with the whole 4-cylinder thing. It's just beautiful to me. I grew up watching my cousin race sprint cars, and the engines that they run are the 600s, I'm pretty sure. Inline 4s. So, I don't know. Something about that sound is just music to me. Absolute music. I'll probably stop up here on this curve. I don't know. I think it's somebody's driveway. We'll see that. This This video is getting long, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, but we're chilling today for sure. We doing our thing, you feel me? Oh yeah, I can stop where there's light out here. That'd be good. Okay, I'm gonna stop on the left side so we got light. I can show y'all the tires. I'm not trying to get ran over, you feel me? So, as you can see, I wanted to talk about this. The front tire, there's nothing wrong with this front tire. Like, this is, bro, it's like brand new. I mean, it's not brand new, but it really does look like it. So this is how it's holding up, at least. It's dirty, yeah, but if I cleaned it up, this thing would look brand new. So for 5,000 miles, it's really kind of holding up for sure. The back tire's a little rough. I really need to go home right now, and I need to order those, to be honest. Oh, wait, we need to get a thumbnail. What am I doing? W thumbnail. Anyway, so yeah, if you're gonna be pushing the motorcycle in any way performance wise, you're gonna want to upgrade the tires immediately. I just didn't want to as soon as possible, you know, because that's $200 to get better time. Oh, pause, voice crack's crazy. $200 is $200. If I can ride 5,000 miles without changing them, that's W in my eyes. Anyway, it's been a sweet little video. And the moral of the story, should you buy the Grom? Yes. Is it a good starter bike? Yes. Is it for the bang for the buck? Of course it is. It's a Honda Grom. It's made in China. It's really good quality. I mean, what else can you ask for? 125, very simple maintenance, very simple everything. So yeah, I guess that sums up my review. I love the bike. 5 out of 5. If we're doing 5 stars, 5. Anyway, thank y'all for stopping by. It's been sweet as always. Y'all are chill. It's kind of chilly outside. Oh, I have my jacket on. Car season's on, by the way. Peace.